Hello students. So again I am back with the third part of chapter 1, that is chemical reaction and equation, where I am going to discuss about the redox reaction and the effect of oxidation in our day-to-day life. This is going to be the last part of this chapter. So let us start with the explanation. So let us start with another type of reaction, that is oxidation reduction reaction. Students, oxidation name itself says oxygen is added, while reduction, that is something is getting reduced, something is size is getting smaller. So by removal of oxygen, the size of the molecule is getting reduced. So removal of oxygen is reduction. So in writing we can say that oxidation is addition of oxygen to the reactant, and it can also be the removal of hydrogen from a reactant. The example of oxidation reactions are, say carbon is getting reacted with oxygen to give you carbon dioxide, and copper oxide plus hydrogen is giving you copper plus water. So over here you can see that oxygen is getting added to carbon and carbon dioxide is formed, so oxidation. Here you can see that from copper oxide oxygen is removed and it is forming copper. So you can see the size of the molecule, copper oxide is getting reduced to copper, while over here if we see it was hydrogen to which oxygen is added and it is forming water. Clear? So here there is addition of oxygen, while here there is removal of oxygen. So let us go to reduction reaction. What is reduction reaction, students? So as I just told you, reduction is addition of hydrogen or it can be removal of oxygen from the reactant. So here there is an example of reduction. So here as I just explained you, from copper oxygen is getting removed and copper is getting reduced, so it is a reduction reaction. While in hydrogen oxygen is getting added, so we say it is oxidation. So you can see over here copper oxide getting reduced to copper and hydrogen is getting oxidized to hydrogen oxide, what we say water in general. So in this reaction copper is getting reduced while hydrogen is getting oxidized to water. So because both oxidation and reduction, both of them are taking in the same reaction. Reduction and oxidation are taking place in the same reaction. So such type of reaction where both the reactions are taking part together or taking place together is known as redox reaction. Clear, students? Now, in absence of oxygen and hydrogen, how can you identify if there is no hydrogen, no oxygen taking part, say in the reaction, then how can you identify whether the given reaction is oxidation reaction or say reduction? So in case of that, we can also identify the reaction by the loss and gain of electron. Over here I am just giving you the write-up of that and explain you the same. So in a redox reaction can also be defined as a chemical reaction in which electrons are transferred between two reactants participating in it. So here I have just shown you A and B are the participants, here the reactant, and here these are the two which are going to form the product. So here you can see in beginning A and B both are neutral, that is they are having zero charge. The oxidation state is 0 over here, and then this A is, you can see over here A is giving away electron to B. So here A is going to lose electron, and when it loses electron it becomes positive charge. So when there is loss of electron it is said to be oxidation. And here you see B is gaining electron, A is giving away to B. So B is going to gain electron and becomes B negative. So gain of electron is said to be reduction. Students, generally the electron donating substance. The one which is donating electron, they are called reducing agent, because by its donation, that is, here A is donating, electron to whom? To B, because B is going to gain. So here A is donating electron to B. So this A is called reducing agent. Okay, and it itself is going to undergo, say, oxidation. So the one which is reducing agent will always undergo oxidation. And here B is gaining electron, yani ki accepting electron. So the one who is accepting electron, because it has accepted electron, it has become negative in charge. Correct? So here the one which is accepting electron, they are said to be oxidizing agent. So here you can see that B is an oxidizing agent and itself is getting reduced. So if you don't have hydrogen or oxygen in the reaction, then also you can identify the oxidation and reduction reaction by gain or loss of electron. Clear, students? So let us go in short about what is, say, oxidation reduction. Before that, let me just give you one example and explain you what actually is in the redox reaction. So here you can see Zn, which is in solid state, copper sulfate is aqueous, zinc sulfate is aqueous, and copper again. So you can see over here in zinc oxygen is getting added, while from copper oxygen is removed. So here if you just see zinc by transfer of electron, it is zinc atom is losing 2 electron to become Zn2 plus, and these 2 electron, the copper ion over here, okay, CuSO4 is made by Cu2 plus and this is SO4 2 minus. So CuSO4 molecule is formed. So here we are having Cu2 plus. So this Cu2 plus ion in copper sulfate is going to gain these 2 electron and form copper atom. So it is becoming neutral. So by charge you can see the change that is taking place. So Zn changes to Zn2 plus, while Cu2 plus is changing to Cu. Clear, students? So this is how you can even write down the reaction with the help of transfer of electron. Now let us see in short what actually happens in oxidation reduction. You are supposed to remember this, students, for identifying. This is a short summary form for oxidation reduction. You know oxidation, just remember this. The remaining part you will be able to remember on your own. You know by the word oxidation, there is addition of oxygen. So the opposite is going to be negative. Plus O2, then minus O2. Wherever there is plus O2, there is going to be minus of hydrogen, minus of electron, meaning loss of hydrogen and loss of electron. And where there is minus O2, there will be plus hydrogen plus electron, meaning gain of hydrogen and gain of electron. So oxidation is a reaction where there is addition of oxygen, or you can say loss of hydrogen, or you can say loss of electron. Reduction is a reaction where there is loss of oxygen or addition of hydrogen, that is gain of hydrogen, or it can say it is gain of electron. Clear? So this is a short summary what we have to remember for oxidation reduction reaction. Now let us see some effect of oxidation in our daily life. The first one is corrosion. You know what is corrosion, students? In Hindi we say jang lag jana. Gujarati kaat avvo. Clear? So how is this corrosion or the rust formation? Corrosion in English we say it is rust formation. So when a metal is exposed to moisture or air or an acid, then for some time a layer of hydrated oxide is formed which weakens the metal. That is, the thickness of the metal is going to get reduced, and hence metal is said to be getting corroded. Metal is said to get corroded. Clear? So, rusting of iron is an example of corrosion. Rusting of iron is the example of corrosion. So, here you can see that the black coating of silver, black coating on the silver ornament, or the green coating on the copper, when the copper vessels are kept open in the air, you can see the green color patches that is seen on the copper vessel, or when the silver ornaments are kept open, they are turning black in color. So this is nothing but, students, it is rusting. Clear? So corrosion, how corrosion can be prevented? Corrosion can be prevented either by galvanization, electroplating, or by putting paints on the say metal. What is galvanization? Galvanization is you are supposed to plate on the metal the one which is more reactive, and over here it is less reactive. Okay, there are two layers say of metal. Okay, so here the metal on one metal, the another metal, I'll write A and B over here. So here B is going to be more reactive and A is going to be less reactive. So what happens? From the surrounding it is going to react with oxygen. From the surrounding it will react with oxygen and form the respective oxide. Now a layer of this more reactive metal, that is oxide of B, will be formed over A metal. Now the contact of A from the surrounding air oxygen present in air is cut off. This A cannot even take away oxygen from B, because B is bonded more strongly with oxygen. It is more reactive with oxygen compared to A. So A won't be able to displace B and react with oxygen and form its oxide. So this is called galvanization. So in short, the more reactive metal is plated over less reactive metal. And the last portion of this chapter is rancidity. What is rancidity? That is the food item or any molecule which is having fat or oil molecule, then the oxidation of this fat and oil molecule take place when it is exposed to air, and the taste, the smell will change. This is known as rancidity. So by rancidity, the food starts smelling bad, or it also tastes bad. In Gujarati we say ખાવા ખોરું થઈ ગયું. The taste of the food is changing. Okay, so that is called rancidity. Rancidity generally takes place in the food item or the molecule which is having fat or oil molecule only. The method to prevent rancidity is by adding antioxidant, so it won't allow the fat or oil molecule to get react with oxygen. So antioxidant, keeping the food in airtight container, replacing air by nitrogen so that the food, fat or oil particle won't come in contact with oxygen and get oxidized. So instead of oxygen, so remove air, and in place of that you can fill up nitrogen. That is the wafers and the small packets you are getting of eatable item in the market. So they are having nitrogen in it. And refrigeration, that is putting the food in the fridge. Okay, so putting the food in the fridge, you can preserve it for a longer time without its change in the taste or even in the smell. So students, this is all about your chapter 1. Hope you have understood it well by all the 3 parts of this particular chapter. If you have not understood, please refer again and again all the 3 videos and understand the things properly. Okay students, so all the best, study well and do well. Students, if you have liked these particular videos, then please like, share and subscribe my channel so that the further videos that will be uploaded, you can get the notification of the same. Till we meet for the next video, goodbye. All the best, students.